All right, 7, 6, 9. Hey, welcome to the JaySquared Podcast. I'm Jasalma.
I'm J-Rock.
And we have another amazing show for you guys today. Should I stop using that? Like, another amazing show for you guys today? Like, just sounds
Do what
so
you
bland,
feel.
you know? Sounds
Do what you feel.
overused.
Then make something up.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it the same. I think it works. It works.
Okay.
So, how was your week?
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm not gonna pretend we didn't talk for like a whole like 2 hours before this, but I mean,
Yeah.
I still want everybody to know how your week was.
I mean, it was good. It was good. It had its ups and downs, but I would say the ups were a lot better than the downs. So I'm gonna keep the ups. How about you, Mr. I don't talk to people anymore.
Hey, listen, look. Unfortunately, my week has been super busy, and busy means neglect. Okay.
Big words. Big words.
Yeah, trying to confuse people, gaslighting, you know. But I know I've been super busy with a bunch of bullshit that I have to deal with, and yeah, so it's just been annoying. But yeah, I feel better now. I just didn't feel good, like literally yesterday. So this is the best I felt, and hopefully after this podcast, I feel even better. You know.
Good.
Just gotta, get back into therapy and get it working again. But yeah,
I feel that. Slowly but surely. You gotta
slowly but surely.
Yeah, you gotta take the good days and roll with them.
Roll with them. That's true. All right, so let's just jump right into it. So, sports and entertainment. Did you watch Coachella? How was it?
Of course, I watched Coachella.
What were your
Not
thoughts?
all of it.
Of course. Who can?
You say who can, and people will literally stream
true.
all of it. Yeah, I watched Coachella. I think I watched more weekend 1 than weekend 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like weekend 2 people were more polished, and
Yeah.
kind of got over like the nerves, and the sets were a lot better transition wise. So yeah, I did watch it. There were some I liked, and then others where it was just like, oh, okay. I'm also happy I didn't spend $7,000 by going to Coachella. So
Yeah, I think YouTube did an amazing job when they were like, "Hey, look, we're just gonna give you the show," but like, they did like a day later thing or a day after thing, right?
yeah, I
Except
wouldn't
for
say
the
they did an
second week.
amazing job. Maybe it's not YouTube, maybe it's more Coachella because the sound, the audio production
Oh
transferring to the
yeah,
live was shit. There was multiple times on like certain concerts or like not concerts, certain sets where it would just turn green and you didn't know where the person was. So like weekend 1 when Rosalia was performing, La Fama, the song she has with The Weeknd, like there was a part like in the second verse where it was filming her and then all of a sudden it just went green. So they lost the visual, so we didn't see her until like the end of the song. And then the same thing happened when Blink 182 was performing and like other artists who were performing that I was watching, and I was just like, the fuck are you guys doing? One job.
I think the same thing happened with Bad Bunny too, like how it kind of like just cut off in the middle, and then
Yeah.
we're like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? And then it just like they're like, yeah, sorry you missed it, sucks for you.
Yeah, I think if they're gonna do it again, they have to definitely test out the audio and like just the streaming production of it, just because I know Lollapalooza does it sometimes with Hulu, and I feel like that stream is a lot better than others.
But yeah,
So
I
who
think
knows?
it's just being new to it. Like
Mhm.
for example, like Netflix is getting into streaming now, like streaming live events or something and things like that. And boy, oh boy, we all know how Love Is Blind turned out. So
I
I'm
forgot
trying to
about
be
that.
forgiving. Yeah, right. I'm trying to be forgiving. I'm trying to
Someone who
understand.
doesn't watch it but heard all the drama, I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah, layers and layers and layers. But
Yeah.
that's way too deep for me to even go into.
Okay. Well, to go
So
back to Coachella,
yeah.
what were some of the people that you watched? I know
So
we kind of watched the same people.
yeah. So I watched Bad Bunny and I watched I only watched a little bit of Blink, but I didn't see a great deal of them
Hmm.
because my girlfriend likes Bad Bunny way, way more than I could even ever imagine.
And she should.
And yeah, like this is the thing. This is the thing. Like what no big deal, whatever. Like I don't care, but like this is the thing. She got dressed for the concert in our living room, and I'm like, why? Oh, he's not here. Nobody's here to. It's like I feel like that's like equivalent of people getting like putting on jerseys when they're watching a game at their house. You get what I mean?
Wow, I feel
I
disrespected
but
because I do that
it's
shit.
yeah, exactly. You're one of the people. You know what? You're an enabler. That's the problem. You enable her to do this thing, and I
I
was
mean,
like,
we did send each other selfies of what we were wearing to the concert.
that's my
So,
biggest problem. Like I'm like, this is you're letting this happen. Whatever. Anyway, but
no judgment.
no, none at all. But yeah, we watched his performance. Uh, we watched Bad Bunny, and also we watched a bit of Leah, uh, Toby Nwigwe. Watched him, but the thing that really kind of made me a little bit upset about it is that even in the second week, when we were watching Toby, the sound was still fucked up a lot,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, why? But yeah, he has some crazy songs. Like I advise everybody go ahead and watch, like, listen to his music because his shit it fucking impacts, and his just dynamic is crazy. So yeah,
Nice.
what about you?
I mean, I literally watched the same ones you guys watch. I watched Blink 182. I watched Bad Bunny. I watched Rosalia. Um, and then I watched Porter Robinson, who is recently
Who's
one of my
that?
favorite artists. He's a DJ, like does
Uh,
EDM type of music,
you
but
know
he
what?
also
We did watch that. We did watch some like EDM stuff,
Mhm.
and it was actually very
It's
like it was
they are
fun. Yeah.
like some of those artists are good, and I know like a lot of people don't like it because it's just like sounds sometimes, but like Porter Robinson actually sings and does all the instruments as well. So I was
Mhm.
like, all right, bet. But his live set has always been sick. So
Yeah.
I was excited to watch him. But the only thing I'm going to say about Blink 182 is damn, they are, Travis carries them.
Yeah. It's not the same,
It's
is it?
it's not the same. And it like I feel bad saying it because like we love Blink 182. Like love Blink 182, one of our biggest
Yeah.
influences. But like
100%.
Tom, his vocals, like I understand Tom has never been a good singer, but like
Fuck.
nah.
I think that's what happens though. I think that's what happens when you're like a pop punk band and you kind of don't worry about the
Yep.
vocals as
Mhm.
much. And then now on these type of stages where it's like you're getting older, you don't have as much energy to make up for like the lack of vocals, then it's like
Mhm.
people are gonna look to your vocals a little bit more when you're on stage. Like, dude,
Yeah, and it's happened a
like,
lot to all of the bands that we used to listen
mhm.
to. Obviously, like there's a couple standouts that still have perfect voices, like
Yeah, like
Fall Out
Fallout Boys, then
Boy.
definitely always gonna.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Paramore is always gonna have a great voice, but
Yeah,
like Taking Back Sunday also dropped.
it's hard. It's hard to keep up that because I think it's just difficult to keep up that same type of not even just energy, but just
Mhm.
that same type of range that you could when you're younger and still make the song sound good is just difficult, I think. Like even when we were playing, like, dude, I strained my voice so much just trying to do a poor
Yeah.
job. You get me? Like, so I'm just sitting there and I'm like, fuck, it must really suck for these guys who don't have the energy anymore. But
Yeah. I mean, look, overall, it wasn't bad. Like, obviously, very last minute with them having to cover for Frank Ocean, which we'll get into. But they played "Stay Together for the Kids," and I lost my shit. They played "I Miss You," and like even with those songs, even when they played "Damn It," I was just like, damn, like I wish we could have seen them a lot earlier because I feel like the vocal range would have been a little bit or a lot different. But
Yeah, you felt
whatever.
like
They so go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like you felt like Paradox's "Damn Lips" outshine "Damn It,"
Oh yeah,
and
100%.
it just sucks. I mean, I don't want to be better. I don't want to be better. You know, they're my idols, but it's like kind of like it is what it is. You know, like
I mean, I will
whatever.
say the only person that carried was Travis Barker for sure. Like he is
Yeah.
still a beast on the drums, regardless of who he's married to. Um, like what
That's
I did there.
cold. That's cold.
But yeah, no, he's still pretty freaking sick. So
No,
I'll say that.
he's incredible.
Hmm.
He's a phenom, and that's one of the things that you can't really take away from. And I think one of the things that make him so good is that he's even though now he's a lot more in the media, of course, than he ever used to be.
Hmm.
He's still always been relatively quiet, so he's always been able to kind of like you know, grow or attach themselves to different genres, which probably kept him fresh for such a long time.
Hmm.
I mean,
So I
so
mean, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But let's talk a little bit about Frank Ocean.
oh my god,
And
what the fuck happened? That's what I'm confused about. Like, I understand that his brother passed away, I believe, like last year or something like that.
hmm
Um, but damn, like shit. Like I heard a lot about this situation where, well, if you guys don't know, his set was short. He was like late as fuck, like an hour and a half late or some shit like that. Also, he was supposed to have this spectacular fucking
ice
ice
show.
skating arena like thing going on with like dancers who are ice skaters or whatnot, and he canceled all of it. He almost dropped out of the show completely. Uh,
He didn't
and
live stream it.
he didn't live stream it. He performed like 6 songs or some shit like that, like some crazy low amount of songs, and people were not too happy. But like, what kills me is that people were like, TikTok is a thing, and I can't like. This is why I keep pushing it. People don't understand how powerful these social media outlets are because before you could have the shittiest show and word's not going to really get around that much. But now, dude, people are doing think pieces. They're going ahead and going in on Frank Ocean about what happened under his watch, which was people were camping out since the morning, missing other sets, missing everybody, making sure that they secure their spot
Well, it's not only
to watch.
that. It's not only that. You're the headliner for the
Yeah.
last day of the weekend. You
Mhm.
know you haven't put out music in God knows how long. You haven't said anything about a new album. And then
Yeah.
this is your return? Nah.
And it's
Couldn't be
sad.
me. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. It's sad to see because also on top of that, like you have people who would have gladly stepped in because maybe they've been blackballed, maybe they've been canceled, maybe they've been like all these things. They would have definitely stepped in. Like I think about it like this. I know that people who've been trying to break back in after they done some fuck shit would have loved to take that space. It's like if you knew you weren't going to do a good job, like why even, or if you knew that you weren't in the right headspace, then why even go for it? Because like I look at people, for example, like the baby. I know for a fact the baby would have been dying to just get back into that light. Like
He would've
people
shown
like
up.
that. He would have shown up and he puts on a great performance. A lot of people put on great performances. You didn't have to be there if you didn't want to. You get me? And that's what the kind of vibe I get. Like you didn't want to be there. So it's like, why'd you waste everybody's time?
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel sorry for any Frank Ocean fan because, like, honestly, couldn't be me. I like a couple of his songs, don't get me wrong, but after all that, you wouldn't call me a fan.
Yeah, no, doesn't care about you.
Not
Doesn't
at
care
all.
about you. So then we have Bad Bunny. We watched him. We both watched him. What did you think about the whole Post Malone incident?
From what I heard, and this is why I'm going back to like the audio stuff. The guitar that Post Malone was using for the song that they were supposed to play apparently wasn't working. Or like they had technical issues, which okay, I understand. It was also weekend 1. Weekend 2, I believe he brought out more people that made sense.
Yeah.
Weekend 1 to me was just more of like a, I don't know how to say this without being like, I don't know.
A trial run? A project?
No. Okay, I think he was trying to reach out to a certain population that isn't true to his roots. And it backfired because none of us give a fuck about Post Malone.
Yeah. I think it's just reaching for a popular artist in this demographic, which is pretty much American art. But what you fail to realize is that, like, low key, we kind of don't fuck with Post Malone like that. Like, of course, like to me, I'm gonna be honest, he has good songs, but we're realizing that he's, in my point of view, I just believe that he's a master cultural appropriator, like MGK. Like I feel like because and you bring in a cultural appropriator after you've been culturally appropriated by the Jenners and shit. Like you just, it's not a good look. It's just not a good look for me.
Also, like, he started the show saying, "Do you want me to speak in English or Spanish?" Bro.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Spanish. We like we're here for you because you're a Latino.
And don't get me wrong, ain't no way he was gonna be able to do the show in English anyway. Like, stop it.
No, that's why, like, even Rosalia, like, she went back and forth with English and Spanish. But like, she mostly spoke in Spanish, and like I understand
she used to make her music in English. Like she was an English
she's
artist
been dropping
before.
Yeah, she's been dropping music in English now. Well, Spanglish. So I understand that more, but like with Bad Bunny, like I feel like week 2 or weekend number 2 really showed his talent and how important like the Latin culture is within his music, especially with everyone he brought out the second weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. The setup for Bad Bunny's performance was fucking incredible. I loved it. And I was sitting there just like, because of course my girlfriend was dancing and dancing to his music and face of makeup and anyway, point is, I was just like, but it was great. It was amazing. I was like,
no, like this. He can perform. I will give you that. He can perform. When I've seen him live, like 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No, he has 100%. Everyone dancing, everyone hyped. Music sounds amazing. Like setup is amazing. Like without a doubt, he's a performer. He knows what he's doing. But like at the same time, don't let other people appropriate your set just because you're trying to like hit that target of people, and I think when you literally have others that value you more.
It's one of those things where it's like but it's weird though. So I understand where he's coming from, where he feels like he has to reach out, But no, they have to reach out to you. Like if I want to, like I want to be your fan so bad that I'm gonna learn Spanish. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because if you're a fan of Lil Wayne and you live in another country where they don't predominantly speak English, you're
You're
gonna
learning the
learn
songs in
English.
English. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, that's the space that Bad Bunny's operating in. He just has
Mhm.
to get comfortable there and
Yeah.
not try to like Lil Wayne's not gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, Lil, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in this artist to go ahead and boost my popularity." No, you're already there.
Yeah. And out of all the
And
people, Post Malone just made
yeah,
absolutely no sense to me.
yeah,
Like y'all don't even have a song together. Like I understand
yeah,
if he brought out Drake
yeah. That would be
because
dope.
y'all have a song together.
But Drake is expensive. But this is the thing: Bad
Yeah.
Bunny and Post Malone, they did do like a I guess it's like an interview type of thing because I think Post Malone used to do these things where he played the guitar with an artist and they'd go ahead and rap or sing over it. And he did
It's
one
like an
with Bad
acoustic
Bunny.
set to like
Yeah, that
yeah.
thing.
Whatever.
So it just, but it wasn't a good look because also the way I think about Post Malone is that he's appropriating and you nobody can change my mind about that. He's just appropriating the culture.
No,
Uh,
he's switched. He was like all hip hop and now he's like pop.
mhm.
It's just like pick a
He's
lane,
MGK.
bro.
He's MGK, and that's my
Yeah.
problem. They wear us like a costume, and it's like okay, cool.
For fame, and then once they're up there, they switch it back to
Like
what they wanted to do.
I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun to
It's
be
not fun
black
anymore.
anymore. So moving on, let's get into some combat sports. I know
This
you're
is
not big
all
on it.
you. This
I
is
know
all
you're
me.
not big on it, but let me tell you what happened. So I'm gonna break it down in look as fast as I can. And I'm gonna be truthful. This is a like if you ever want to like be into like a soap opera, I would just watch combat sports. Like a real life soap opera, just watch combat sports. So we have Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira. So Alex Pereira, he's literally from the depths of Brazil. He wears like the whole native garb and like he's has the feathers and all of this stuff. Like that's how he comes, you know, like Namor. He comes as dressed as Namor to like weigh-ins and shit like that. So that's who
That's
he
pretty
is.
sick.
He's dope as fuck, dope as fuck.
Yeah.
So he's going up against Israel Adesanya, who is a big staple when it comes to the mixed martial arts industry. Now, Israel Adesanya, he's had 75 fights in kickboxing, 5 fights in boxing, and he's had I don't even know how many fights in MMA. He's had over 100 fights. Um, but the person that's his boogeyman was this guy. Now, Alex Pereira, what he did is that he beat Israel Adesanya. Yeah, he's beat him 3 times. He's beaten him twice in kickboxing. The second time he knocked him out cold. He knocked out Israel Adesanya. And then the
I
third
think I saw
time,
that one.
yeah, third time he beat him in MMA and knocked him out again by TKO, but still knocked him out. Now, this is the thing. Israel Adesanya left kickboxing and he was running through people in MMA. And he was so stylistic, like he was so fluent, and literally there would be points where he would beat somebody so bad. Like he beat people, he talks the talk, he walks the walk, he sits there, he talks shit. He's super smart and intelligent. On top of that, he's into anime. He's so into anime. Everything he does has to do with anime. When he goes to press conferences and stuff like that, he has like his own YouTube channels where people are really in depth. He's just a presence in the mixed martial arts game. When he got his first million, he said that he spent a large chunk of it on a Ferrari that's Naruto inspired. He beats people, but he was born in Nigeria. After being born in Nigeria, he lived there for a long time, and then his parents took him to Australia, uh, and that's where he became a breakdancer. He's had multiple lives, so he would beat people, and he would always be dancing. And there, like he would be doing breakdancing like routines with his like fucking friends and shit like that. He beat this guy and started windmilling. It's crazy, and this guy was like his boogeyman, just following him. So this guy is like hardcore Brazil, bow and arrows, like going out there, just not really. Every time you look at him, he
Oh,
has a
I know where you're going
stone
with
face.
this.
So,
The celebration.
bro, craziness. So what happens is that the first time he loses, the first round, he almost knocks him down. The guy gets wobbly, but then he comes back and just starts firing, destroying Israel Adesanya, making like pretty much taking the fight to him in a way that he's never had it taken to him before, and just beating him again. So now he's down 3 losses. It looks like he's undefeatable. Like he's not able to defeat this guy. But they go through this camp. It hasn't been 6 months. They go through this camp. The guy's talking mad shit. Like, look at this guy. Fucking, he has Pikachu in his fucking house. Like, what is he, a kid? And then just talking mad shit. And Israel Adesanya is like, I'm not gonna do that much talking. I'm gonna put my head down, focus. He's like, hey, look, you know what? This guy inspired me to go back to my roots. So he comes in African garb to like press conferences. He like really just settles into his roots, comes back, and then knocks him out in the second round.
Okay, I saw that on the internet.
After he knocks him out in the second round, he takes that bow and arrow, and then he gives him a super inspiring speech after his win, saying, you know, if you ever want to go for anything in your, like, if you don't be scared to go for anything in your life. If you don't go for anything in your life, you'll never know how far you can go. X, Y, and Z. Like, he gives a super inspiring speech, walks up, but before that, walks up to his son, the guy's son, points at him, and then plays dead, and then falls on the floor. Now, everybody's like, why would you do that to a little kid? What the fuck? You're an asshole. No, because when he got knocked out cold, his son walking to the ring, looked at him, pointed at him, and then played dead, and then froze and fell on the floor. So he did it back to him, and he never forgot it. And I'm like, yo, that's the level of petty I always want to be in my life. So
it's all you.
For real. And that's one of the things that I really love about combat sports is that after all of that happened, they both met in the back room, hugged it out, and they're like, yo, man, like, you inspired me to be better. Same way, the other way around. And that's what it's supposed to be. And now Alex Pereira, just in case anybody wants to know, he most likely is not going to be fighting Israel Adesanya again. Israel Adesanya just wanted to get his win, and that's pretty much all he wanted. They kind of don't want to fight each other anymore. I don't think so. And Alex Pereira is going up to 205, which is out of Israel Adesanya's weight. So I don't see them fighting again. And it just drains you too much to keep trying to fight at a weight that you're just so big at. So in case anybody want to know. Anyway, now to Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. Okay. Now, Gervonta Davis is a huge counterpuncher. Ryan Garcia is a huge counterpuncher. This is boxing, by the way, just to let you guys know. They've been talking shit for years back and forth to each other.
Get closer to the mic.
Sorry, gotcha. All right, so Gervonta Davis has been telling Ryan Garcia that, dude, you do not have the mental capacity to fight me. It's just not where the cards are for you. I'm sorry. Like, it's not that you're too small, because he's taller than Gervonta Davis. He's like, you just don't have the fight IQ that I do. And it's just what it is. He's like, you leave your chin up in the air, and that's how I'm going to fucking destroy you. He's been going through this for years. So Ryan Garcia is like, I agree. All right, fuck it. Let's fight. They fight. Boy, I watched this shit from beginning to end, which was not that long. So Gervonta Davis literally picked apart Ryan Garcia and made Ryan Garcia look like Gervonta Davis was a fucking genius. Because everything that Ryan Garcia threw, he would land some shots, never wobbled him, never scared anybody. It was just like, Okay, take this, take this, take this. Okay, here's where you're open. Bam, rock you. He dropped Ryan Garcia, I believe, in like the second round or something like
Yeah.
that. Ryan Garcia got back up really fast. Ryan Garcia has only been dropped once before. He got dropped this time, got back up really fast. And when he got back up, it's like, okay, he shrugged it off and just came back with more intensity. We're like, oh shit, he's landing on him. So what Gervonta Davis was doing was attacking the body. Now, a lot of times, a lot of people say, nah, man, you want to see like people go for it, like go for it at the face. No. So there's a thing called a liver shot. Are you aware of what the liver shot is? How important
I
it is?
am.
Okay, awesome. So, if for you guys that don't know, the liver shot is one of the most important shots in boxing because it just shuts you down for the time that it takes. It shuts your whole body down, so you will take that knee for the time that it takes for the ref to count to 10. Maybe after that 10, you're going to be perfectly fine. But that's what it's going to do to you. And he told him, I'm going to go to the body. People who analyze fights have said, oh, he's going to go to the body. Keith Lee, the guy that goes ahead and reviews on TikTok food, he was a professional fighter. He said he's going to go to the body. Like, that's just a thing that's going to happen because Ryan Garcia, very stand-up fighter, is going to go so much for the head that he's not going to be worried about Tank getting inside and throwing those body punches, because when you're a shorter fighter, your range is so much shorter. So when you get inside, you're taking away somebody else's long power, but you're giving your own full power. So he pretty much took out Ryan Garcia, made like, I don't know what Ryan Garcia is going to do next, but he's going to have to start from scratch. But I don't know. It was a very exciting fight, fireworks. I'm really happy for Gervonta Davis, even though I don't really know him that much outside of the ring, because I just know that he's been super questionable. He's always like in trouble about some shit. But I'm a fan of talent. The art, not the artist. So
Okay.
that's what that's where I am with combat sports. I think I'm going to take this one again because I think I've been very invested in this situation. So,
Sure.
Jesus Christ, this is a lot.
I can literally.
Go ahead. What?
I can literally help you. But what were you gonna say?
Do this. I'm tired right now.
Okay.
And I'm sweaty too. So go ahead.
Yeah, I don't understand why. All right, now moving on to. Oh, I understand why. It's what you're drinking. So now moving on to the NBA playoffs. Not you getting the giggles.
Go.
All right, NBA playoffs. Let's start off with LeBron James. And dropping 40 on Dylan Brooks's head. Yo, I'm gonna just say this so that everyone's aware. For those of you who don't know, I am not a LeBron fan. Outside of the NBA, I love LeBron 100%. Inside the NBA, not a big fan. I think he cries a lot for certain calls. Not a big fan. This series, biggest LeBron and Laker fan. Huge. Big time. Rooting for them. Because the Memphis Grizzlies have been talking so much shit this season and have won nothing. Okay? You got Jaw saying, I'm not worried about the West. We're good in the West. You're good at home, my guy. Not even at home. I hope you fix your issues outside of home. That's what I'll say to you. And then Dylan Brooks, the self-proclaimed villain of the NBA.
Self-proclaimed is a biggie, bro. Like, nobody even said that.
You literally came out and said, yeah, I'll be the villain. Yeah. You started with Draymond Green, and Draymond Green with the craziest take that literally defined your life and career in the NBA, saying that the Memphis Grizzlies will only be a franchise after you leave, not with you, after. And you literally proved to him that. First round exit, averaged the lowest points, field goals, was basically the worst player in the playoffs. Okay? Then you want to come for LeBron? LeBron James, the LeBron James. You've lost your fucking mind. You never poke the bear. Never. And not LeBron James.
It's
Never.
the craziest thing to me because it's like, bro, for what it's one thing to like go after somebody that's a great player in the league that has maybe they're newer and they're fresher. And I would understand that. Go after that person. Why would you go after somebody who's seasoned and you got to see like this is one of my favorite parts about the
He's the
whole
GOAT.
series. Yeah, you
He's
got
the
to see it.
GOAT.
You got to see how he was like, "Oh, dude, I don't care about this shit enough. Let me show you why I am who I am." And then he dropped 20 points the next game, the exact next game after you were fucking sitting there talking shit. He dropped 20 points on you and 22 rebounds. And then he can't go left. He went left. And you didn't do shit about it but follow. And then, dude, you got fucking ejected out of the game. Like he is not that guy. And they reminded him.
Well, he showed the whole world that he's not that guy either. He's a clown. He's a bum. How are you going to pretend to
Yeah.
be the villain and talk shit and then you refuse to talk to the media after the game? And then you want to
Mhm.
make yourself the victim and say, I never said I was the villain. I don't know why the fans are booing me and blah, blah, blah. Bro, all
That's what
season
bothers
long.
me. That's what
All
bothers me the
season
most.
long.
That's what bothers me the most. What bothers me is when you go ahead and you pretend that you didn't do anything. Like
Victim mentality, bro.
yeah, and when you don't want to go ahead, no, dude, if you were talking that shit, if you were talking spicy, nigga, talk spicy at the press conference afterwards. Talk
Yeah,
spicy
take the
then too.
L.
Yo, I would have taken the L, be like, yeah, you know what? I want like that's who I am. I'm a competitor.
Yeah. Take all
People
the
would have
smoke now.
appreciated that. Yeah, take it. But the thing is that I understand because
You're better than me.
it's not that he just got Braun activated. They got Austin Reeves activated.
D'Lo.
They got D'Lo
AD.
activated. They got AD activated, which is very hard to do because
That man is not good.
AD, yeah, exactly. He doesn't do shit. But
Yeah.
then, yo, the defensive aggressiveness that AD brought in the game last night was fucking crazy. It's like nobody could get through.
Yeah.
And that's what caused that 40-point deficit.
Yep.
And if you guys don't know, yeah, they got sent home by 40. So you got 2 40s there, Dylan Brooks. You got 2 40s. You got 40. You got sent home by 40 points. And you got 20 fucking points by LeBron and 20 rebounds. There's your 40 again. Like, it's just ridiculous.
No.
Love
He's
to
he's a bum. Hopefully, Memphis doesn't sign him on and sees that he's just all talk. But honestly, I don't care. It's not my team.
Yeah.
And if they want to continue to self-implode, good for you.
I do like Ja. I feel bad for him because I feel like he showed up.
Did he?
He showed up when he came back. When he came back, I think he got like
No, he's another
points.
one that has a victim mentality for me as well. So, no.
But I mean, like playing wise though, he did show up. Like when they lost the game that Dylan Brooks got ejected out of.
Oh yeah, that was the only game
he had like 40 something points. But yeah, after that, no, he was just getting ripped. Like all this shit started happening. But I blame the coaching staff more than anything because they try to play him with an injury. And dude, you're not going to be able to be yourself with that injury. Like the amount of steals they got off of him was ridiculous because he can't handle the ball.
Excuses. Moving on.
You're right.
Moving on.
All right, let's talk about something we can't make an excuse for.
The Warriors choking.
The Warriors.
I wouldn't say choke.
Champs. Okay. Why won't you say choke?
I won't say choke because they played like fucking shit.
All right.
So it wasn't like they had a lead or anything. No, they played like shit. Sacramento came to Game 6 saying, we're not going home. And if we're going home, it's for Game 7. And that's what Sacramento did. They literally hit him with a knockout punch. So now, are the Warriors going to show up for Game 7? Because based off of Game 6, my expectations are low. And the fact that they've only their road record has been shit all season. The fact that they won game 5 on the road, they should have cleaned it yesterday. They should have just finished it yesterday, but they didn't want to show up. There was Gisoma, no energy. It's like they didn't care. You're playing at home. It's game 6 of the playoffs.
When like they could have really just won that and went home. That's one of the
show
like
some
problems,
effort.
though. That's one of my problems. I don't know why, but I feel like other teams have much more energy than the Warriors. Just the Warriors. I'm not even talking about the whole. Okay,
I wouldn't say that. I would
let's
say
think
game
about the
6
Heat.
wise, yes.
Let's think about the Heat. The Heat were like, you guys need to get the fuck up out of here. Like they were not going ahead and having it.
Let's
the
be
Heat
real.
were doing their thing.
It was Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler was doing, but still, you have that person. AD, dude, you have people that are showing up that were not seen as contenders at all.
And
this is a championship team. They need to set a precedent.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I would say, like, obviously Draymond is that player that brings the energy for them.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't there game 6. Game 5, he went off. Game 6, none of them. Because even Steph was playing like shit. There were some shots that he was taking or plays that he was doing where I'm like, what do you, like, this isn't you. And then don't even get me started on Jordan Poole, because that'll be like another hour. He needs to go. He's a fraud.
I've been telling you.
He's a fraud.
I've been telling you. Jordan Poole, to me, there's a reason why Draymond did what he did. I'm going to be honest with you. It might sound fucked up. It sounds fucked up, but I'm being so real. There's a reason why Draymond did what he did in that practice, because I feel like he thinks he's too big for his britches, and that's going to be the downfall of the team that Draymond pretty much put on his fucking back.
Yeah, and
for a long time, dude.
I think now people are noticing it, because when it first came out, people were on Jordan Poole's side, and I think I was too, because I was like, damn, like Draymond, like I get the moment, but at the same time, like, no.
Whenever Draymond does something, you have to understand his point of view. Mm-hmm. Like, even when it came to when he stomped on the guy, it's like, dude, are you guys not looking at this guy fucking grab my ankle as I'm trying to go and do a full sprint down the court? Yeah. So that's not a flagrant, but me fucking trying to get out of that, no matter what I have to do, is a flagrant. Like, and even with the whole Jordan Poole situation, it's like, dude, do you not know what this guy is fucking thinking? How many people have had injuries in that team? Steph has had injuries when he had to sit out for a fucking long ass time. Fucking Clay has had injuries when he's had to sit out for a long ass time. Draymond is for like 2 years. Exactly. Draymond is consistent as fuck. And for you to come in, fucking play with what I fucking have going so far, and then on top of that, now you're shitting around because you're the hot new person. You think you're the next Steph? You're not, dude, because you're not a team player like that. You're not.
Nah. So, I mean, yeah. Hopefully they show up game 7, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get knocked out. So
I understand.
They've had a terrible season. So, like, to me, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, the Warriors. I don't think they're done. I think they just need to move some pieces, because defensively they're not there.
And yeah, because one of the things that I always admit is that Stephen Curry has had a bigger impact on the game than LeBron has had so far. In a certain sense, I won't say completely, but I mean in a certain sense. I'll say they're the two players who have had the biggest impact, because Stephen Curry's shooting revolutionized the game. People were like, "Oh, we just have to get good at shooting, and we could create this huge deficit. We just have to have really good cardio and really good shooting, and we'll have a huge deficit when it comes to these games." And people were like, "Oh, we just need a really active guy that could fucking pass and actually dribble down the court and, have a presence." Yeah, but that's harder to find than somebody who could just shoot and have really good cardio. So it's like, dude, so I don't think the franchise is underwater. I just think that when you don't have a response to really, really, really good defense that's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
Because
I
that's what
think
the Kings are showing.
yeah, I think they need to move a couple pieces and
Yeah.
kind of, sit out Jordan Poole because he was awful last night.
Yeah.
But
Now let's talk about our guy right now. Hemi Butler, baby. Like, okay.
Timothy,
It's not
no,
even like he doesn't have a jersey anymore. His jersey on the back of his jersey,
it's
it
him.
doesn't say Butler. It doesn't say Hemi. It just says him.
Him.
Because
He's him.
he turns up at the playoffs. He's a different person. And
He's
that's
him.
that's what people don't realize. One of the things about Miami is that there's a certain energy that's inescapable, and he's embodied the Dwayne Wade and like amplified it. I'm gonna be honest. In my point of view,
I
he's
agree.
amplified that
I
because
agree.
he proved that he doesn't need anybody. He's like, I just need y'all to pass me the ball,
And I'll
and
take
I'm gonna
over.
make
He's the
he's
most
gonna
clutch Heat player, 100%. 100%.
100%. Mm-hmm.
No, he literally carried us. The fact that we won in game 5, like the overtime play, then just literally taking over game 4, like all I have to say about Jimmy Butler is that I hope we could win with him.
Mm-hmm.
We've proven that we can make the finals. We've proven to
Yeah,
be that team. He's proven himself. Like, to me, his jersey's in the rafters.
yeah,
Build a fucking statue for him. Like, to me, he's up there with with the goats of Miami.
yeah.
But the rest of y'all
I think
motherfuckers
it's
better
just
show
time.
up.
Yeah, I think it's just time, and that's what sucks about it is that being with the Heat for about 4 years, 5 years, maybe
4.
4 years. I don't think that's enough time to give him like that praise
Oh
that
no,
Wade has
I
had.
will. I will.
And dude, LeBron hasn't had that praise in Miami, to be honest with you. I
No,
just
but
don't.
there's a reason for that.
Of course, I understand people are just gonna, but at the same time, I always think about it as, there's people are gonna want to identify Miami with Jimmy Butler.
And they
And
should. They
they
should.
should, but
It's
they
either
won't.
him or Dwayne Wade.
Exactly. No, Dwayne Wade all the way, but they're not going to
Yeah.
do it with Jimmy Butler yet.
Not yet, but
Because
I will
think
say
about,
that he deserves all the praise. He does.
yeah, because people who watch basketball or who know basketball at the very least, we're going to say things like, Jimmy Butler is doing a huge service to Miami. But Miami fans are some of the most fickle fans that you would know. There are a lot of fans who aren't going to be fans of Miami, but they live in Miami. That's just how they are. They're gonna be Knicks fans or even
Yankee
losing teams.
fans.
Like they're
Yeah.
just not gonna be Miami fans. So it's like it's hard to gain that trust like Dwayne Wade did, or like just like it's
Dan
just gonna be
Marino.
hard.
Yeah. I will say in general, I think he's gaining all of that.
Yeah.
I just hope that the rest of the sidekicks help, and hopefully Tyler
Mhm.
Hero comes back in time, because Bam is another fucking fraud that needs to be sold. But I
Yeah.
digress.
Yeah, nah,
Um,
don't digress. I understand, dude. Like Bam is not showing up, and we know he can. That's what bothers me the most.
what's
We
crazy
know
is
he
he had
can.
a triple double game 5, and no one cared. No one even knew that he had a triple
It's
double because that's how shit he is.
Yeah, it's because of what he's been doing. Like it's almost as bad as it's it's almost like the AD effect. You get me? Like it's like we know what you can do, but you're
You
not
know,
doing the
we know
thing.
what you're capable of, yet
But
you
yeah,
shrink.
but the difference is that AD doesn't shrink in some
He's just
moments that
injury
are
prone.
big. Yeah, he's just made out of paper mache. Like
Yeah.
he's just easy to injure, but Bam is not.
No,
Bam
Bam is
is
just trash.
durable. He just plays trash. I don't know if he gets in his own head. I don't know. I can't speak for
He
him, but
plays
I can
scared.
speak
No,
for his.
yeah. Him and Jordan Poole have been the biggest frauds that I've seen in the past year.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about Giannis's response to the loss? Because I think that's one of the biggest things
I
buzzing around.
I loved it.
Hmm.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's a different way. A lot of people see failure as just like that's it, I'm done, like I've given up, when failure is just a different way for you to learn how to be better. Like, you shouldn't take it as a negative thing when it's just like, okay, I messed up here, all right, how do I fix it, how do I get better, what are the steps I need to take for the next level or for success. That's why when he said that, I was like, that's a grown-ass adult answer.
And the way he said it too, it was like,
Yeah.
it was kind of like he was trying so hard not to be negative, but
Mhm.
it was eating at him. It's like, dude, like, you already, the answer was right there. It's just that he was kind of like trying to push something. And I'm so happy that Giannis didn't let it happen. But he was, what he was saying was true. He's like, yo, what you do at your job, like, people don't see athletes as people. It's
No.
like, dude, it's not a failure. It's just a learning experience. It's like, it's just,
how do I get better? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said it perfectly.
Yep.
No other way could it have been said. So,
yeah, that's why I was
him,
like,
champ,
yeah.
like
When I saw the interview, I was like,
Brooks
yes.
or,
Oh damn, you're calling people out. Sheesh. No. When I saw the interview, I was like, that's how you take an L, and that's how you get better.
I poke bears. I poke bears.
Okay. All right. So on to our next segment of our series recaps and some shows that we recommend that we are going to start watching too.
Yeah. It's like
All right,
a
you go
what to
first.
watch type of thing. So if you guys, so from my point of view, I want you guys to watch the best of the best. And this is our series recap. So we're gonna go over what we have watched and what we think you should watch.
Jasoma, I already explained this.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I just explained this and you re-explained it. Why are you
Whoa,
mansplaining?
Whoa. I mansplained to the audience. I'm not mansplaining to you. You shouldn't even take offense to this. And I'm mansplaining how you should take offense, by the way.
I literally just explained this.
First off, it's Super Mario Brothers, right? You've seen Super Mario Brothers, right?
Yes, you and my other friend here were like, you need to go watch it. And I was like, fine.
It was the fucking perfect movie.
It was
the
so
perfect
fun.
movie. This is the thing. And that's exactly the perfect word to describe it. It's a fun movie, like super lighthearted. And it's one of the few movies that I did not need like adult innuendos to enjoy, which is what like the new wave. It's kind of almost like Abbott. You know how like with Abbott Elementary, you don't need the adult innuendos a lot to enjoy the show. Like they found ways to actually make it fun for us. They tapped into our nostalgia. They tapped into like our experiences and things like that, and they made
even
it
when you play video
relatable.
games. Yeah,
exactly. Yo, the frames when they would switch the frames and then it would turn into like the video game frame.
The music was top tier. Yeah, no,
yo, the score was fire.
Yes.
And they had the Bonnie Tyler "I Need a Hero" song in it, and that's literally one of my top favorite songs ever. So 100%. So I
definitely recommend. Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. If you guys want to see Jack Black make you cry, I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10, 9.5, dude. Because there was nothing I could think of that I didn't like about it. There was absolutely nothing. Like no, it's nothing, because at the end of the day, I want to be one of the I want to. That's a movie I can show down the line. You get me?
Okay, I'll give it an 8.5.
I can understand that. What did you not like about it?
It's not that I didn't like anything about it. I thought it was a good movie. It was fun, but like maybe I was just tired. But there was a certain part of the movie where I was just like falling asleep. Where I caught myself like actually relaxing way too much, and then I was like, wait a second, I'm here to watch a movie. So I'll say an 8.5 for now. It might switch like by the end of the year depending on the other movies that come out, but it's definitely going to be up there.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to see other movies that could top it in that way.
Yeah.
But
We'll see.
And you know what the best thing about it was as well is that I didn't have an expectation. Again, guys, reminder: don't set expectations.
Yeah, lower your expectations.
Shit'll kill you. I lowered my expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised.
That's why I waited. I waited a couple weeks to go watch it because, it was getting a lot of hate before the movie even dropped, and I was
Exactly.
like, let me just wait to see like people that I know go watch it, and then after I got like a great review from you, Allison, and then my friend here, I was like, okay, bet I'll go watch it. So
I'm glad I was your lab rat. Makes good for me. I feel good about that.
bet.
So I've
This
been
is
watching
good.
I've been watching Insecure. I watched the whole series of Insecure. You guys let me know what you think about the ending. I thought it was a good show, very good for the culture. But yeah, I like to binge watch shows, and I just want to let you guys know that about some of the shows that I binge watch. And if you want to start binge watching a good, well put together show, check out some of Issa Rae's shit because she's really showing up. And that's one of the things that I want to put forward. You take this one because you sent this to me.
Black Mirror season 6 is back.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Even though it should just be this. It should just be a reflection of what's going on because it doesn't make all of this shit doesn't make any sense, honestly.
None of it.
So, Black Mirror season 6. I'm so excited about what's going on. I stopped the trailer in the middle because I'm like, bro, stop showing me all this shit.
I wonder how many episodes it's going to be. I hope it's more than 3.
Like 6. It's gonna be like 6 episodes.
If it's 6, that'd be fucking awesome. Because I can't with another 3 episode season. I can't. But if you guys want us to like react to one of the episodes or anything, just let us know.
Oh yeah, let us know. That'd be dope.
We're huge Black Mirror fans, so maybe we could even do like a ranking eventually too.
That's true. We can. We also got to hear about The Flash. Well, I got to hear about The Flash.
Yeah, you talk about this one?
Yeah, it debuted in other countries, and they're saying that it's one of the top superhero movies that they've seen. Again, I have no expectations, so I'm not going to go into it with that mindset. But I understand what people are saying because maybe I'm just going at it from my perspective. You might not have seen Flashpoint Paradox. And knowing
that
DC's
it's
track
top
record,
tier.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that they're basing the whole movie off of Flashpoint Paradox, and if they are, that is a great concept, and people have not dived in that.
I will give you that. If they do that on live screen, like live action, okay, I'll watch it.
So I'm definitely 100% gonna see it. I know that
no one here is a DC fan, so you let me know how it is, and then I'll force my friends here to watch it with me.
100%, or maybe I'll just go up there and force them to watch it myself. It is what it is, bro.
The door is open.
Fucking way. But yeah, let's talk about Abbott Elementary and the closing of Abbott Elementary this series. What did you think? Exactly. Same here. Same here. Same here. You don't have to even say a thing, bro. Same here. Same here.
Yeah, I understand like the whole season was riding off of them getting together. But then like the ending of her just being like, "Oh, I'm going to be selfish or I'm going to do this, this, and that," made 0 sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I was watching it and I was getting more disconnected to Quinta the more I watched because I was sitting there, I was like, okay, so what is that you're trying to figure out? And I got it. Like it's like, okay, well, I need to do for myself. I need to stop doing for other people or stop, I need to stop self-sabotaging and all this stuff like that. It's like, but you do have a guy here who's pretty much been pining after you. And she's like, I don't want to ruin him. And I understood that part as well, but I was also like, I mean, you kind of I kind of don't want him to be with you right now. Like, and I said this in the last chapter, didn't I? I was like, I don't want this to happen. I don't want him to be with you because you don't deserve him, really.
I appreciate is that they both acknowledge their feelings for each other, which is something that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people struggle with.
Okay.
So I did definitely like that because um as a what's his face? Oh my god. What's his name? The other guy on the
Gregory.
show. No, not
Gregory.
Gregory.
Zach Fox. Vince
Who?
Staples.
No, no,
Zach
no,
Fox
no.
is Tariq. Tariq.
No, the white guy.
Oh,
Jacob.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Um I liked what he told him because it's like you both have feelings for each other, but like the only way to find out if someone feels the same way about you is to like say something about it. Um, Even if it's not good, like at least they know. So I like that they took it that route so that they both were like, "Hey, yeah, I do like you, but maybe right now isn't the right time." Um,
Yeah.
so I will say that I did like that, but I kind of am more on Gregory's side because the way that Janine
Yeah.
went about it and like her excuse about it didn't feel like her character. And I don't know what they're trying to do, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I think that like they tried when they brought in Taraji and they also like explained her story a bit more. I think that she was never the character that was portrayed since the beginning of the first season. I don't think
Mm,
that's her. I think she's somebody completely different, and she's never been able to feed into that. And I think that that's what she meant by being
Trying to be
you know
selfish.
being selfish. Yeah, because I don't think that she was able to ever be selfish in her life, and now she's finally getting that chance, and
Yeah, that's
to
true.
bring somebody else into it, it would kind of like suck.
Yeah, and I don't think she's like in the right state of mind to um
Yeah,
be with
100%.
Gregory right now. So,
But
um
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I hope he
yeah.
finds a baddie. I hope he finds a baddie and keeps bringing her over to the school. I hope
No.
that's his life.
No, I don't think he will. Um all right, I'll quickly go over the Mandalorian finale. Um Overall, I thought it was a great season. The episode before the season finale was fucking crazy. Um but I'm going to give the finale an 8 out of 10 just cuz we didn't really get it kind of so it was hype. The like we literally jumped into the season finale like the first 5 minutes was just like boom, we're in action, we're running away, we're like it was just very intense and like I would say
Okay.
like a little bit midway through it kind of fizzled out and like
Yeah.
that last fight battle that they had kind of was just like like where are we going with this and the ending of it kind of felt more like a series finale instead of a season finale. um
Okay.
so that's why I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Overall, I love the storyline. I love Bo. I love Din and Grogu, and I think they make a great family together. And hopefully, they explore that a little bit more in the future seasons, and we get more Bo because she's fucking badass. But I think in general, the other thing that I was disappointed is that we didn't get like a end credit scene to kind of
Mm.
hype up the
Is
other
this
shows that are
in?
coming out.
Got you.
Especially since May the 4th is like right around the corner and that's like Star Wars Day. So maybe we'll get more information then, but we'll see. I feel like it was a missed opportunity, so that's why I dropped it to an 8. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Okay. Go
Oh,
on.
this one. This
You
one's
got the
another
rest of them.
one.
You got the rest of them. I have no idea about the other
Okay,
shit that you
cool.
got going on.
So there's another show called Dead Ringers. It's on Amazon Prime. It's basically a remake of a movie. It's two twins who are gynecologists, but in the
Sorry, I
TV.
just want to stop you real quick, and I want to say I love doing this podcast. All right, go ahead.
Aw. Oh, stop. My heart. Me too. This is so much fun. But okay, now I have to get back on track. um, so on the show, it's two women that are the twins. I'm not gonna give much away, but it's very gory and very like sexual, like semi euphoria ish. But like there's a bunch of twists and turns, and it's very thriller horror style. It's only 6 episodes. I like binge watched it in one day. Um, if you're bored and don't have anything to watch, I'd recommend it. Other than that, nah. I watched it because it was raining, and I was like, might as well watch something. But I think they hyped it up way too much with the trailers, or the one trailer I watched, and with like social media. So then by the time I watched it, I was like, ooh, it's mid. So we'll keep it
It's
at
because
mid.
you're watching. It's because you're watching the trailers and you're watching the reactions.
I
on
only
social
watch
media.
one trailer.
Yeah, but you're watching the reactions from people on like fucking Instagram and Facebook and shit.
Didn't you do
Stop.
the same shit to me with what's that show? Squid Games?
Squid Game is well renowned. It's like people.
I
it's
actually
won
didn't.
awards.
I didn't like Squid Game, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. You know what bothers me about you? You know, let's talk about this. You know what bothers me
No,
about you?
we don't have
When
time
I
for
say-
this.
No, I don't care. When I say something sucks, when I feel like something sucks, you say, well, it's won X, Y, and Z awards. And then when you say something sucks, I'm like, it's won X, Y, Z awards. You're like, I don't care. And I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
don't.
Oh.
I don't. You know this already. But yeah, there's that. And then a couple shows. Obviously, just someone needs to watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
We're on that. And then there's 2 other shows. One is called Saint X on Hulu that I think I'm going to start watching, and then another one, Love and Death, on HBO Max. But I'm only watching that because Elizabeth Olsen, and I love her. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you know how those shows are, but
Let me know how they are.
just know
but
I'm going to be
no-
biased.
I know. 100% you're going to be biased.
She's Scarlet Witch, and she is my queen.
Oh, God, gross.
I love her.
So let's talk AI music, though.
That's all you.
What do you think? Okay, well, I'm not going to ask you what you think. I'm just going to tell y'all what's happening. It's a revolution, and I don't know what people are going to do.
You know
these
what
big
I think
artists,
about it.
Because the music is more fire
than what a lot of artists are putting out.
So we've heard the AI Drake songs.
That's a hot take, but okay.
Jesus Christ. AI Drake and AI The Weeknd together? Yo.
These songs are crazy. Crazy good. So, I mean, in my personal opinion, I just feel like people should be worried. And I just recently heard AI Kanye has been there forever. And AI Kanye is dropping bars. And also it was AI Kanye doing That Boy's a Liar. Fire.
That song is
Fucking
fire.
fire.
I'm not
But
even
imagine
lying.
AI Kanye rapping that fucking fire.
No.
Now you have AI Tyler the Creator coming out. It's a wrap. I mean, I just don't know what people are gonna do. I think that this is what I personally believe is gonna happen. I believe that when these AI creators come out with these songs, these artists are just going to be buying those AI creators' rights, and they're gonna go ahead and give them some money for it, whatever, and just keep it moving and perform it as their own. Or
have we been listening to AI music this whole time?
That would be fucking. That's a Black Mirror episode.
I'm just saying. Because the way that they sound, it sounds like almost too good. It sounds almost too good.
It almost sounds like throwaway music. You know, it's like, oh, we're just gonna leave this one out.
So I don't
Interesting
know.
take.
So you want to jump into it? We could just jump into it. We could just jump into this.
Quickly.
Because we could just speak about what's going on right now. And the world's in a panic right now. And the special topic today is, do aliens exist? What is your take?
Do I believe aliens exist?
Do you believe aliens exist? Come on.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow, a conspiracy theory expert thinks that aliens exist. Wow, what a hot take.
What a hot take. What a reach. Yeah, I do believe they exist. There's a reason why we have Area 51. There's a reason why like they don't let us read any of the classified stuff or like let us go in Area 51. Or like whenever crazy shit happens, there's always an excuse. But then you have military people who are saying that they are real because they've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
And let me stop because I kind of sound crazy.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but you did. So this is my thing. I think aliens exist. I think aliens exist, and I also kind of believe in skinwalkers. You know what skinwalkers are?
Holy shit, we've taken a turn. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Go.
Are we not gonna get into it?
I
Because I
guess
can
we
retract. I can
are.
retract. I can always retract, bro.
No, bro, go.
I'm just saying. I think skinwalkers kind of exist because the way these animals act sometimes, it's like this is a little bit too person. You know, it's a little bit too person. Or
Do
what
you
I
believe in
think is
lizard
like,
people?
okay, so I'll say that I don't believe in lizard people. I don't
Okay.
believe in lizard people. I just don't think that. I just don't think that lizards would advance that far. But what I was thinking about is how camouflage for lizards or for amphibious creatures in the wild could take place if they were to grow. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You could look like a tree. Why can't you look like a me? Bars.
AI.
AI bars. No, I'm just saying, like it's weird. But I don't think that's the case. I think that if anything, aliens are people walking amongst us. And they're the ones that are like, and this is my theory. You want to hear a crazy theory that I have?
Sure, go ahead.
Crazy alien theory. Let me take this
Conspiracy theory? Okay.
up. Crazy alien theory. All right.
Mhm.
So I think that aliens from the universe that controls Earth are playing a game. They're
And this is
playing
all a
a
simulation?
virtual, well, in their head, they're playing a virtual reality game, and you could be an alien and you don't even know it. They're just so immersed in this virtual reality game that it would not do them service to be aware of their humanity or of who they really are. So they might live thousands of years and they're spending 100 years playing this game of being a human amongst other humans. And they don't know about their truly who they are. So I think that that's what's happening. And what are we going to do about it?
Interesting take. I will say my take is a little bit different.
Okay.
And I think like even in Abbott Elementary, they kind of like threw this out there where it's like we're just like a little dot in the universe, in the galaxy.
Mhm.
So what makes us think that only Earth is sustainable for other living creatures? What if there's another planet that we don't know where other creatures that we don't know or like people or aliens exist in? Because again, like the ocean is a perfect example. We haven't explored all of the ocean on Earth. So there's a
True.
bunch of animals and species out there that we have no idea about. So like how is that any different from space?
That's true. That's what I always think of too. It's like underwater, it's like what 70%, 70% of the earth is water. And there's so much of it that hasn't been explored. So it's
Yeah.
like who's to say there's not an underwater world
Mhm.
that's just there.
And there's also like events that have happened in certain like bodies of water where it's very unexplainable of just disappearances where people are like, what if aliens, were part of this or like who knows? But there's also been like a bunch of sightings or like unexplainable sightings where people are like, oh, maybe it was just a military airplane or maybe it was a drone or maybe it was this or maybe it was that. And I'm just like, I don't know. And then you don't really want to share what's at Area 51. And if you literally like drive by it unauthorized, then like you could die or like get arrested. Why?
Yeah.
Why is it so top secret? Like, what are you guys hiding in there? Or like, what do you guys obviously like the government is going to protect us and not let us know all the crazy shit that's happening. But
Mhm.
to a certain extent, like at least acknowledge that they're real or not so that this conspiracy theory doesn't go back and forth.
That's a very good point. It's like, at least let us know what's going on. But it's just hard because you let people know a little bit and they run with it so far where it's like, it's not like, it would work. To me, it would work if everybody was united towards the same goal. But the problem in like this world is that we're not. You get me?
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that makes sense.
I
So
don't know.
yeah, that's my take on it. Like, I've not always, but like as I've grown up, I'm like, yeah, I do think they exist. I don't believe in the whole like, oh, like the aliens captured me and took me on the ship and all that. I'm like, nah, you're just tripping out on drugs or something.
Maybe.
I don't believe in that stuff. And also like this whole like, are they good? Are they bad? That's, I think, a little bit more trippier because like obviously we make movies where some of them are good, some of them are bad, or like, so like Marvel, for example, aliens in Marvel we all find cool, or like DC with Superman being an alien, like cool, ET cool, and then you have like Independence Day where they come and fucking blow us up. So there's two different takes, or like a lot of the scary movies involve aliens, like Nope involved in aliens. So like, come on now.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what it is, though. It's just like, maybe there's some good and some bad, just like people. There's some good and some bad.
Yeah, but do I think they have like advanced technology and all this other shit? Yeah, possibly.
I can understand that.
So
Jesus. All right.
that's my take.
I think we got our takes out there. What do you guys think? Do aliens exist? Yes? No? Maybe so. We'll have to figure it out.
We'll put a poll.
I just don't want to be here when we figure it out, you know.
I just want to let's put up a poll to see what the people believe.
Let's put up a poll. We'll put up a poll about it. Now, we're gonna change this up because there was a topic that I saw, and I want to know from J-Rock's perspective and my perspective about this. So, apparently, Chance the Rapper was caught at Carnaval.
Where?
Pretty much, I don't know. I don't know where the place was, but he was at Carnaval, and pretty much he was getting a little wine. Somebody was giving him a little wine, and then he slapped the ass. Is he an asshole? What do you think?
Yes. He's married with kids, and you're like slapping someone's ass without permission.
Okay. I think
I wouldn't say an asshole, but like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I think that, like, all right, this is my thing. I think there's a lot of variables, right? So I was having this conversation. I always have this conversation, but it's like, do you think that he was wrong for it? I don't know the relationship dynamic. I don't know if she's okay with him doing that. And then on top of that, I don't know what the girl was thinking, if she was okay with it. Like, I don't know if she's like, if the wife was like, oh, well, whatever, have fun. You're going to Carnival, get some, whatever. The only issue I have is that he makes a lot of like, I love my wife, like that type of music. So it's like, why are you sitting there and doing these? I mean, but again, does that mean you don't love your wife? No. Give me, it doesn't mean you don't love your wife. It just means that you're doing some shit on the side that
do you respect your wife?
Do you respect her? But does she see that as a form of disrespect? It's so weird. Like,
okay, hold up. And I know you probably won't care just because I know the type of person you are.
Mm-hmm.
Or you won't see it as a big deal, maybe. But how would you feel like if that was Allison dancing with another guy?
So To me, in my relationship, that's not our understanding. You feel me?
Okay.
So it's like to me, if she's whining on some dude and he slaps her ass, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing whining on this dude? And why is she slapping your ass? Of course, but first and foremost would be, why are you shaking your ass and giving this dude the cheeks? You know,
Okay.
like that shouldn't be a thing.
All right, now
That's happening.
flip it. How do you
Exactly,
think
exactly.
Allison would feel if someone is grinding on you and you slap someone's ass?
Yo, same exact thing.
Okay,
Boy, as
thank you.
soon as I lay out that, it's either like, hey yo,
Mhm.
what's going on?
Exactly.
No, it's not okay in our relationship. But
Mhm.
that's why I reinforce like our relationship, because yeah, it's
Yep.
not okay in our relationship. But is it okay in theirs? I don't know. I just hate downing, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I just hate downing black men. Like when we don't know the full story. Yeah, I'm traumatized because it's happened so much. So I just need to know, is the wife okay with it? And if she's not okay with it, then fuck him. He's an asshole. Like that sucks.
Okay. I'll give you
You get
that.
what? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're
And-
trying to say, but like, it's kind of hard for me because of the actions that happen.
Yeah.
And
And
if you're like, again, it's like my perspective. Like if
yeah,
that
you're
was
right.
my man and someone's grinding on him and he's slapping their ass, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? What are we doing?
Yeah, that's true.
What's going on?
And that's my problem too, because it's like, damn, dude, like I'm thinking about it from my perspective. And this is one of the things that we were talking about even today. Me and my girlfriend were talking about. It's like, even if like it's okay, why was it documented?
Oh, you
You
already
get what
know
I
why it
mean?
was documented.
Like, why is there video evidence of this stuff happening, even if she's okay with like this stuff happening? You get
You
me?
already know why.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. It shouldn't be okay. You get me? So
Mhm.
that's where she was coming from, and I was like, yeah, but he wasn't recording it. It's not like he had like a selfie, like and then he posted it on his story, like,
Mhm.
look how much ass I get. Somebody else recorded it, and he was probably just trying to have a good time.
You know why.
And yeah,
You already know why. Like, there's no explanation. You know the answer to that. So I would just, yeah.
all right.
I mean,
So are we gonna talk? Or are we gonna say that this is an asshole situation?
in my perspective, if this were my man doing this, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go half and half, like half asshole, half not.
I guess you're doing the half not since you want to get like the wife's perspective, but okay.
No. We're both. Don't punch your shit on me.
No.
Don't you dare.
No,
Don't
no,
you
no.
dare. No. This is what you said. We are doing
50-50?
We
Okay,
both
fine.
think.
Fine.
All right. Well, there you go. There you guys have it. Again, don't forget to send in your "Am I the Assholes?" We do love reading these. This was a special situation, of course, but we do love reading your responses, and we will go ahead and amplify your responses every chance we get in every
Mhm.
podcast. So send them in, email us, DM us, let us know if you want us to read your response and see if you're the asshole or not, because we're really good at judging this stuff.
Or
As
like
you
a
can see.
psychopath.
Yeah, or if you're a psychopath, because that last one was fucking nuts.
Crazy.
So I think we did it. Let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to Jay Markets. Of course, I'm gonna give you a shameless plug right now.
Gang.
Look, if you need a website built, if you need your social media to be popping, get Jay Markets. It's a one-stop shop. Think about it. You are heading into summer. It's probably gonna be the most money that you can make. Why not make more with J Markets?
Look
We're
at
a
my
social media
background.
I'm telling you, social media management company. We're gonna go ahead and get you the deets. We're gonna get you the demographic. We're gonna go ahead and dive really deep into who who you are, what you are. We're going to create graphic designs for you, create photography, create your videography. We're going to do it all for you for one low price. And we create websites now. So what else do you need? Get J Markets, get it popping, do what you need to do. Again, send in your Am I the Assholes as well, and check out our playlist. We're going to leave it in the description. Are we doing that? Are we leaving it there?
Yes.
Cool.
I will be updating it as more music comes out. And we might switch it up for the summer where we put like our favorite summer hits to see if, you vibe out with our vibes. So
okay. Yeah. And guys, let us know what songs you want to recommend as well, because we might fuck with it and we might want to put it on. Especially you new artists out there, your shit's on Spotify, we might want to go ahead and put that out too. So, let us know. And once again, this has been the JaySquared Podcast. Peace. Nice. I'm gonna pee. I really need to go.
Go.